But something else I think that's worth mentioning is, you know, stacking Bitcoin is great if you have the excess savings to do so. But I think we also missed the picture, or sorry, the other sort of half of the equation that is, I guess it usually caters to younger people, but it could apply to many more, is if you don't have excess savings, you know, even if you are in fiat debt and just the prospect of even stacking any amount of Bitcoin is just infeasible or seems impossible right now, at least educating yourself about Bitcoin gives you a huge advantage relative to everyone else, because you're then going to be incentivized to develop very specialized or in demand skills. And you'll also have the willingness to accept payment in Bitcoin, which is also the other really important thing. So, you know, you don't necessarily need to accrue wealth by simply accumulating Bitcoin now, as long as, you know, you're going to be a useful value creator in the future, which I don't think everyone wants to do. You know, in a fiat society, a lot of people are very disheartened, disillusioned, demotivated. You know, if you're able to still be very motivated and highly productive because your intention is to stack Bitcoin or be compensated in Bitcoin, I think that's going to be a very interesting angle. So I hope people don't lose hope thinking, you know, they've missed the boat because they just don't have the fiat to buy Bitcoin with today.
Absolutely. That's actually a great point. And yeah, having just come back from South Africa, I mean, it's unfortunately all too real, the reality that you just the average person's just not in a position to be able to stack. I guess the real question would be is what's going to incentivize them to put in the 100 hours, let's say, if that's what Saylor suggests, at the
Yeah.
right level, because I think to an extent one needs to be quite financially literate or, you know, relatively well read across a number of different areas, perhaps. Maybe you disagree, but
Yeah.
yeah, what do you think would drive that incentive, I think, to get people to care enough?
Yeah, I guess it just comes down to money. You know, everyone wants to save in the hardest money. I have family in India and would visit there when I was a kid, and gold is very coveted in India. Very low levels of financial literacy, very low levels of just literacy in general. This is when I was a kid. Obviously, things have changed now,
Mm,
but everyone understood the implicit value of gold, mainly because it was outside of government debasement potential. And also, it was usually worn as jewelry because it was like on your person, you know, you were custodying it at the same time. So, yeah, I think I would disagree. I think the incentive is, you know, what's going to protect your value over time. If you're earning in pieces of paper and the cost of food keeps going up and up when everything else has not changed, yeah, you're going to be asking questions. Are there alternatives?
mm.
So I think Bitcoin's price is its marketing department in a way, because yeah, it just forces you to ask those questions. Why is that going up relative to this piece of paper?